Now, I'm not doing this because, and I don't want to suggest that we want to do this because wouldn't it be nice to have technology that does this? I want to say that this is critical to exercise that which is most critical. And then, as I said, the other level is representational. So let's go back to scientific. Say, wait a minute, I want to see something, I don't want to see something in text. Let me launch something that's outside the system and hope it doesn't crash. So this is a gravity simulator. I can play around with different notions of how gravity affects things. The moon got lost, see? I said, no, I've seen enough of that. Come right back. It's a general interface that's subject independent, content independent, and that is designed to respond to somebody's learning needs. Now, when this thing's running on a 16-bit Nintendo machine on a television set, the quality of the picture of Einstein is going to be different. The range of animations may not be as pervasive and powerful. But the basic quality of relationship, what somebody does when they're uncertain or curious and how they relate to it and how they tune into it would be the same. An exercise environment. So again, that level is the reference level. And if we go back, at the elemental reference level, which is designed to deal with uncertainty, curiosity, ambiguity, the capacities we spoke of, we've identified a series of different types. Dictionary, thesaurus, author's notes, biographical information, etymological information, quotes, citations, speech, voice, music, alternative languages, encyclopedia, images, animations, so that, and I'm not trying to suggest we have the final idea on what these icons ought to look like. We don't. But right now they're kind of placeholders for what are the different travel doors the learner can go through. So that a learner would realize that, geez, I want to see a quote on what this person said. They'd go into the, click the person, go down to the thing on quotes if there was one, and hit it and go travel into it. I envision that what we're doing is developing a kind of meaning ship, okay? A way to learn how to travel into meaning space, right? And use themselves. Now, in addition to this process is the construct or representation level process. This doesn't deal with the words, term, phrases, piece parts, the acronyms, the components. This deals with, as I showed you, this deals with the broader construct level issues. What happens when I understand the word? That's not my problem. I don't understand. I've looked at this whole thing. I've watched this video clip. Whatever it is, it's not helping me. The whole thing ain't getting it for me. What do I do? That's what this control panel deals with, going into it differently. See? So I can go to the more down to earth, the more scientific or reductionist, the more conductive or story or metaphoric, or to a different language altogether. So down to earth, I might look at the central thread, which I've shown you, the key points, the bright idea, a lecture notes, commentary or coach, current event relevancy, on anything, right? It may not always be there, but these are categories that somebody can use to navigate. Or the scientific, where I could look at the laws or rules, relationships, models, implications, the natural history or epistemology, the essential activity or structure, the measurement processes or statistics that are applicable here, the formula or proof process. Or something more conductive, the history or the personalities involved, as we just shown in the gravity unit. A story, arts, drama, the emotional components, the evocative components, counterpoint, the area, understanding the meaning by understanding where the disagreement is. Or the dialogue, understanding the meaning by understanding where the sharing is, or the beauty or elegance that's here. Or an alternative language. Let me see if I can show you that. Now sometimes when you use this system, and I'm going to change now, go to the library and change things. I'll take a quick stop at Darren real quick. This is the story from the article, and this is Darren. Clear it, go back to the regular old central thread. Yoda.
I am wondering, why are you here?
I'm going to switch over and show some more different kinds of content real quick.
Sus genes pueden influenciar cómo se siente acerca del trabajo.
Say I want to look at a different language. English, Spanish. Back to English. So a system that can deal with sounds, video images, static images, texts of different kinds, biographical information, reference information, and turn all of that so that the learner doesn't have to understand any of that. There's no reason for them to. That should be all kind of background and transparent. What the learner is asked to do is to say, what is it that isn't clear? What is it that's uncertain? What is it that you're curious about? And to use themselves to drive the unfoldment of whatever it is that's going on before them. Now, yeah, dim it down just a little bit more. So, quick reference process for dealing with elemental response to reference needs. Representation level stuff. I assume you can see this little finger I'm moving around, huh? Navigational level. Going to the table of contents or my past travels or an index or the library itself. Let's change to the library to...
Meaning is the activity of information by David Bohm.
Now, this knob here, the compass, I'm not going to explain this too long because we don't have the time, but imagine that if anybody's been in an airplane before, you know that the pilot has trim tabs where they kind of adjust the biases of the plane so you can fly it level. Imagine that this system here, in fact, has what we might call trim tabs, where a learner can articulate their preferences for the ratio or participation of text, image, sounds, interactive component, whether the representational tone of the material is deductive, inductive, or conductive, whether the content density is elaborate or very articulate or concise, whether the scope is very tight or down the road or macro, how long they want it to be in session for, needs to be in effect for. They can adjust what references to automatically fire whenever a word's clicked on. Like if ever I click on a word and there is an encyclopedia, just dump it. What languages that I would like, if they're available, to automatically be available for me in a bilingual mode. What are the particular approaches to the size of the font so that I can see the screen better? What the sound level is. So this adjusts my compass. So I can fly through these experiences, and when I ask for references, if I've said I've got a strong preference for pictures, then it's going to put the picture up in a higher priority so that it isn't further down on the list. It's going to rank what's available biographically. It's going to rank what's available in terms of alternative representations so that it fits more what the system's learned to be my needs. Okay, the other thing is the collector's case.